Hello, my crafty friends. Well, I'm going to make some rusty fabric today. I've got a sheet. I got it at the thrift store and I've torn it up into a bunch of different sizes. I've got some rusty stuff here and I've got some more rusty stuff there if I need it. This stuff that's really bright is still kind of wet. It was out in the snow and that bucket hadn't completely dried out yet. So it's still wet. This stuff is really dry. That's why it's a different in color. But anyway, I'm going to set this aside and prepare my fabric. And the way I decided to do it, I haven't seen people do it. Most people wrap their stuff in fabric and then they spray it with water and vinegar. But I thought it would be easier, and I don't know if it really will be, but I'm gonna act like it's easier, and we're gonna do it this way. I'm gonna just put my fabric pieces. I've got some strips that I'm gonna like wind around some nails and stuff, and then I've got some bigger pieces. And I'm putting the strips in on the bottom because I want to get the bigger pieces out of the way first. Okay. Oops. And then I've got, let's see, this piece may be bigger than I want to deal with right now. I think it is. So let's go ahead and tear it into two pieces. Get our strings off. Okay, I'll put that piece in there. And this piece. Get those strings out of the way. And I think this one's another one the same size as that one, and I think I'm going to cut it too because I don't really want to work with huge pieces. If I was doing it outside on the porch, then I wouldn't mind working with big pieces, but I'm doing it in here on my little table so y'all can see. Okay. This is kind of an experiment because the only person I've really watched do fabric was Kathy at Kathy's World, Kathy Volante, and she sprayed it and she put it out on a big table inside of a big piece of plastic. And I don't have that kind of space or ability to do that. So what I'm going to do is, this was a pillowcase. So I'm leaving it like this. And I think I'm going to save these other pieces for another time. Just because it already feels pretty full. And what I've got in this, yuck. In this gallon jug here, I've got half white vinegar and half water. And I'm just going to pour it in. And now it's splashing all over my studio. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Let's see if we get all this fabric wet. With this vinegar water. I just think it'll be easier if the fabric's already wet instead of spraying it after I fill it up with stuff. Okay, so there's that. And it is wet, so I'm going to put this vinegar water down here for another time. And I'm going to have to dry my hands so that I can put on gloves. And I have a towel somewhere. Here we go. Dry my hands. I'm going to go ahead and dry this here and move this aside. Okay. I'm going to put on some gloves just to keep the vinegary, rusty stuff off my hands. And not that I'm afraid of vinegar water, but I just would prefer. Okay, so I've got this tub. This is where I'm going to be putting it when I finish getting it all ready. And then when I get this tub full of stuff, I'll bring it back and let you see it. But for now, it's going to be just sitting over here out of the way. And there we go. That'll be safe. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a piece of this fabric. And I'm going to wring most of the water out because I don't want it, you know, splashing water everywhere. But I've got this that's kind of a pocket. And so I'm going to put this inside it. There we go. And I'm going to put this inside it. And I'm going to make this go over that. And then here, I'm going to put some washers. And let's put some more washers down here. Okay, some of this is, I should have rinsed it off because it's dark. It's not brown. I mean, it's not orangey, but, well, it's just going to be whatever it is because we're just trying it. This is just a test. So we'll see if this ends up being a bad plan or not. Okay, there's that. And then I'm going to cut some string. And I'm going to just kind of wrap this. And then we're going to tie these two ends together. And we'll see if this turns out to actually be pretty or if it's icky because that stuff had so much black on it. I don't know. Okay, so there's this. And I may stick this under there just for kicks. Okay, I'm putting that in my tub. And we'll get out another piece. Squeeze the water out of it. Now I probably will, so where's my rag? I probably will spray these so they'll stay damp for a couple of days. And we're going to put this like this. Just wrap it like that. And I don't know if this is a good plan or a bad plan, but I thought it would be fun. We're going to tie this. And then we're going to kind of oh, my string's not long enough. Okay, that'll be all right. It's hard to tie things with gloves on, especially when the gloves are too big. Okay. Come on. There we go. All right. So there's this one. We're going to stick it in there. Get out another big piece. And I'm going to put this in here. Okay, I'm going to tuck that in, and right here I'm going to put some of these little rusty bits. Okay, and then we're going to put this over the top of that. Get off some more string. Get more this time. And I'm just going to set it like right here. And wrap this around. Tie it. I need some gloves that fit me. Okay, so there's that piece. And we're going to put it in there. And one thing you want is for there to be some oxygen around your pieces, because it needs oxygen to work. So I'm putting these big pieces like that so that oxygen can get around them. So we'll see if all this, you know, you do a little research on things and then you decide to do it your own way and you don't know how's it going to turn out. I don't know. Okay, here is another big piece. And I didn't bring in a bunch more big stuff. So, I think I'm going to turn this way and lay this out and just let it roll up there so I can put stuff on it lengthwise, and then we'll cover the stuff that I put on there. Let's just get some stuff out of here. Okay, we're going to need some more of those nails for the other things I'm doing, so I'm going to go ahead and dump some of them out. Ooh, looky there. Let's see, we got another big piece? Yeah, okay, I'll save those for the next big piece. I forgot I had those kind of things in here, so let's dump it all out. Now I have a better idea of what we've got. Okay. Let's put this. That one's not very rusty. We'll put it aside. We want real rusty stuff. Okay. I don't know how much, how much is enough? I don't know. I've never done this before. I don't know. Should have called Kathy and asked her some questions before I did this, just based on memories. Okay. I'm going to go over this a little bit and kind of tuck it under like that. So maybe those things will stay in place. And then I'm just going to kind of roll it up. And I toyed with putting more stuff in here, but I think this rusty stuff should come through. And okay. We're going to put that sticking out there. And then we're going to wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap and tie. I don't even know how many days I need to leave it. So I'm just going to leave it however long it feels like it's going to need. When it looks like it's doing got good color, then I'm going to take it out and I'll show you what it looks like. We'll see if we get anything good out of it or not. I'm going to do this one the same way, where we just lay it out here lengthwise. Okay. And I'm going to do some of this stuff because it's interesting. Okay, these probably need to go this way if I'm going to roll it. Got to think about that. That one's kind of, there we go, lay it down. Okay, I'm going to save some of these straight ones for another thing, but I've got some crookedy ones that we're going to put in here. I don't know. We're just playing. It's just for fun. We're not gonna be counting on anything amazing to happen. That way we don't get disappointed. Here's some more pieces. Okay, I'm going to call that good. And we're going to cover it over, tuck it under, stick that back in there. And then we're going to roll as best we can. Okay. Okay, some more string. This way we get some, hopefully some good rusty string out of it too. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. Okay, so there's another packet. Put it in there. And one more of these. Good grief, I thought I was bound to be getting down to the strips. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to do some strips first and then come back to that one. And there's another one. Okay. I really want to do the strips. I really want to do the strips because I have a great idea about how to do those, and I think it'll be good. Okay. Come on. All right. I'm just going to start here and fill it up as I go. Actually, we need to go this direction because I'm left-handed and I want to roll it that direction. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a bolt and we're going to roll it. And then we're going to take another bolt and then we're going to roll it. And another bolt and then roll it. And pipe, a piece of pipe. And here's another one. Oh, maybe I'll save that for the big one. Well, there's nothing else. Yeah, I'll save that. I thought I had tons of rusty stuff here, but I'm running out very quickly. I may be putting too much stuff in each piece of fabric. That may be what's going on here. But anyway. There's a crookedy nail. I'll put that in there. Get some more stuff. Some more little bits. Okay. Okay. Now with the string again. Tuck those back in there. pieces coming out. This is turning into a lot longer video than I thought it was going to be, because I didn't realize it was going to. See if we can tighten this up and go around this way and maybe hold stuff in from the ends that way. Okay, I think so. I think so. Okay, so there's another little packet. Put it in there. And then let's do the where is it? Let's do a skinny one here. This is a really skinny one, so we can just roll up some littler nails in it. Okay. Trying to get the smaller pieces in here. The main problem with doing this is that they don't stay put good. So there's probably a better way to do it where you can get your nails to stay put, but anyway. So I'm just going to roll it up and tuck those in as I go. I'll straighten it out again. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to hurry. There's a paper clip. Okay, let's continue to roll here. Oh, we're almost at the end of this one. This jar of little bits I ordered off of Etsy. Because I didn't have anything at that time that I could rust myself. And since then, my sweet stepdaddy gave me some fun stuff, so I do have those bigger pieces and things that I rusted myself. And so, okay. All right. Now I'm going to take a piece of this string that, well, trying to figure out how you get it. There we go. That Tanya sent me, because I would like to rust some things with this. And because it will unravel fun. And then we'll have 3 little curly Q pieces that are rusty instead of just one big piece. Anyway, let's see. So there's a little baby packet. Okay, I think this bigger size is, well, that's not the bigger size. Where is the bigger size? Yeah, this is easier to do. So we're going to do it, and then we'll stop. We're not going to do the rest of those because I don't have anything to go in them. I miss, I underestimated how much I would need, or, I mean, how much rust, I overestimated how much cloth I would need, or I've put too much stuff in my cloth. So we will see. I tend to overdo it. I put too much paint. I put too much ink. Well, not too much ink. You can't have too much ink. Maybe you can, but I like the amount of ink I put in, so I'm not gonna. Well, I may have enough stuff to do another smaller roll, but I wanted to. I'll be a little sparser with these, and I don't know which is better. Don't know which is better, more or less. Once you get it started, it's easy to roll it, but it's not as easy at the beginning. The washers were some that Daryl gave me. Those didn't come in the little bits. Those were really exciting. I was very, very, very happy to find those. Okay, let's roll these, and then we'll add some more. If you could think of a way to keep things in there, you know, these nails in place better, or if there's something you think would work better than this, please let me know, because I really want to learn how to do it. I just needed to do it in a way that I could do it in here, because I wanted to, and I don't have a big table outside, and it's been too cold and all of that for me to do it the way Kathy does it, although hers turned out lovely. So I hope this will turn out half as good. Okay, let's. And let's put a couple of these down here. Okay. You do some more of this string. Keep getting my glove fingers in the way. Okay, come on. just need you to... Okay, I'm going to have to take this off. This is the last I'm going to do anyway, so... But... there we go. So there's that little packet. Alrighty. And this is what our bin looks like now. And so it says, I mean, I know it needs oxygen. I've seen that. But I know it needs to be covered to keep the moisture in. I don't know. I'm going to just kind of do this for right now to wet those back down some. Okay, well, we will see what happens. Stay tuned. For you, it'll be a minute. For me, it'll be, I don't know, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, a few days, some amount of time anyway. I'll be back. Okay. Well, it hasn't been 24 hours yet, but I see a lot of rust. Not all of it's as rusty as this, but I decided I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And in this gallon jug is a gallon of warm water and a tablespoon of the finest salt that we have, which happens to be super fine Himalayan pink salt. So I'm giving it my best salt. Anyway, I'm going to pour this into this tub over here. And this is supposed to neutralize the rust and stop it from continuing to rust. And it's also supposed to set the rust into the fabric. So I don't remember where I read it, because I read this a long time ago when I first started thinking about doing this. And I was looking at, you know, different websites and Google and stuff. But I do know, I remembered 1 gallon of water and 1 tablespoon of salt. So, okay. I need to get my gloves on. I forgot to do that. Be right back. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just transfer stuff over here and take the fabric off and just leave the rusty bits on this tray. Here's what's on this piece of fabric. And then I'm going to bring it over there and just set it in there. I added a couple of pieces of fabric in and put that other thing on top, just because I wanted to see what it would do. Now, some of this didn't get rusty because it wasn't touching anything rusty, but that's okay. And I just set this on top too to see how much it would soak up. And it didn't soak up a whole lot, but like I said, it was not... Here's another piece I just threw in there to see what would happen. Put those down in there. I hope that's not going to take my rust off. Pretty sure I read that it would keep it from continuing to rust and just, you know, degrading the fabric to nothingness. But didn't get a whole lot of rust on the string. Okay. Where did we? Here we go. And I'm just going to let this stuff all dry out on this tray. So that's why I'm just dumping it on the tray. This is another one I did after I got off of the video, because I was trying to do it a little sparser. So you can see I just used this little bits that I had left. Oops. I feel like it's washing it out. Oh well, we're gonna just leave it and hope for the best. Let me pick up that nail. Okay. I don't want to cut this string if I don't have to. So I'm just kind of stretching it. It's cotton, it doesn't stretch much, but okay. I'm going to get everything out of it and then I'll show you what it looks like. Ooh. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. And let's go ahead and open this one because it's on top. There's the stuff I dumped in on top of that fabric that was overlapped a bunch so that it would have a better chance of getting rusty. Now this is what it looks like right now. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like once once it's set in the salt water for a while. How much of the you know, how much of it keeps. Let's do this little one. Okay, it's like washi tape. I can't find the end. There it is. Some of those strings are catching. Now, this hasn't, I did spray this with a little bit of hydrogen peroxide last night before I went to bed. So it would make sure it had plenty of oxygen. Okay. We're just going to keep opening. And see what we can discover. Okay, this one has a little bit better lines on it from the nails, so that's good. I like that. I was hoping I would get some of that, which is one reason I rolled it up like this, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. Okay. Look how red these are on the bottom and then on the top. It's like unwrapping Christmas packages, and all you care about is the packaging. Okay, where's the folded edge? Here it is. Make sure that stuff all came off. Okay, this is what it looks like. Now, we'll see what it looks like later. My water's getting very rusty over here, so it's a little scary to look at that water and think, what if all this rust comes off in it? But surely it won't. Surely it won't. I don't remember, reading anything about that. I just remember reading somewhere that you neutralize the rust with salt water. Okay, here's my one with the washers. Oh, here's another one with some washers. I don't remember what all's in this one. I forgot I had more than one with washers in it, but I see them right there, so I know they're in here. This one is very heavy. This is the bigger stuff, I think. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna have to. Oh, this is the one that was still like a part of a pillowcase. Okay, this is what it looks like right now. So we'll put it in the salty water. And we got one more piece to undo here. Okay, I may have to cut this one because nope, there we go. Found a spot. All you gotta do is find one place where you can take it off and then you can take it off. Okay. Oh, this one's really cool. Look at that. I love it. I hope it stays. Okay. I'm just going to leave these soaking. And then after they've soaked a while, I'll be putting them, hanging them out to dry. I think I read one place where you could wash and dry these after you'd soaked them in salt water. I don't know. I'm not for sure about that. So I may need to go back and check it out. But let's pull something up from down here. Let's pull the first one we did. Let's see what it looks like now. See how much of this has come off of it. Okay, it looks good. So I'm not as afraid now. Alrighty, oh, there's my strings. All right, I'm gonna just put this stuff back in here and let it sit for a while. And I'll go look up some information on how long you're supposed to leave it soaking. And then I'll make a third part to add to this video where I show you after it's dry. Thank you. Let me get my gloves off so I can turn off the video. Okay, well here it is. These are my fabrics. And this is when I did go ahead and it said on the Wikipedia page, WikiHow is where I had read some instructions way back after I watched Kathy in her class. And it was, their instructions were a lot like hers. But one of the things they said that I didn't remember hearing from her, and that doesn't mean she didn't say it, it just means I didn't remember it, was the soaking it in salt water to neutralize it. And once you've done that, they say you can wash it. And I was kind of scared, to be honest, to wash it because I was afraid it would all wash out, but it didn't. But these are the threads that I pulled off of it while I was moving it from the washer to the dryer. And you can see that they're rusty. Just the threads are rusty. Now, when I took it off, I didn't, these didn't get soaked, these strings. So, so they didn't get neutralized, but I'm not worrying about it. Just letting you know, they still actually smell like vinegar. But anyway, all of those, there's some more of the wadded up string. Anyway, I'm going to move all of these out of the way, and then I'm going to show you the fabrics. Now this is the really narrow one, and I just rolled up, and I should have ironed these first, but I didn't. I just rolled up some small nails in this one. And here, this one, I rolled up bigger nails. And it's, you know, it looks even better on this side. Let me fold that one up. And this one I had all kinds of stuff in, not just nails, but stuff that was all different shapes. And you can see how it's got this real cool coloring on it that's black and gray and not just the rusty color. I think this one turned out really nice. And these have been washed and dried, so don't smell like vinegar at all. And this is one that I just stuck in there with it to see if it would die, just thrown in with everything else. So it doesn't have, you know, any specific patterns because it was just thrown down in on top of other stuff. But it's, you can see a little bit of white still on this one because it didn't get, you know, dyed as much. But it's still cool. I'm happy with it. And this one had little bits, just little bits of stuff, because I had some little bits of stuff left over after I got through with the part where I was showing y'all how I was doing it. So while that one's not, you know, as beautiful as the others, or doesn't have as much rusty stuff in it, it's still a nice rusty piece of fabric. And I'm kind of going from less to more. So here is where I had this one rolled up too with different pieces of stuff in it. You can see there's a circular, I had a U-shaped piece of metal there. These were all weird, just weird rusty metal pieces. They don't have any specific shapes to them. And this is that part of a pillowcase. And that's what it looks like inside. And there's, I'm trying to see, I put a big old hook, but I can't tell, I guess that was right here. It was like a pulley hook. And then some other stuff on that. But I think that's they just turned out really pretty. And this is another one I've just I laid a saw blade on top of all those other packets, and then I put this piece of fabric over the top of it. And so it just was wrinkled up on top of that saw blade. So it just has that kind of wrinkledy, texture. But as easy as this was to do, I'm very, very pleased with how my fabrics turned out. This is the one that was wrapped around that thing that I think is a rototiller blade that had really sharp spikes. And I just wrapped the fabric around it. So that one turned out pretty cool. Looks like a big sunshine. And this one, it's just lots of rusty bits for it. I don't remember what was in it, but I think it looks cool. This was the, I think the other pillowcase that I actually took apart. And then this is the one that had the washers. You can see some washer shapes in it. So I think my experiment was definitely a success. And it was easy enough that I'll probably do it again sometime. But I got some nice pieces of fabric out of it, so I'm happy. This is my lovely rusty goodness that I got out of that. So I hope y'all will try it. It worked out really well, and it helped that all the stuff I put in here was already rusty. That made it, if your stuff's not really rusty already, then you have to let it set for maybe several days and keep it damp. But since all my stuff was already really rusty, I didn't even have to let it set for 24 hours. And I don't think I would have wanted more rust off of those objects that I got, except, I want some more washers. I really love the washers. Anyway, I had fun and I love it. And I hope y'all enjoyed watching this video. God bless you. Bye-bye.